Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend, because I sure did. It was great. Today we're going to be talking about Kyra, an old video. I like going back to the older ones, knowing what we know now, taking a look at how she reacted, what she was talking about, even then when we were in the dark about it all, and now she's been married. We're going to take a look at those wedding photos, take a look, have a little bit of a snark. I was kind of waiting for her to drop the wedding video, but she's kind of MIA. Hope everything's okay. Anyway, let's talk about it. So as I said before, I was kind of waiting for her to drop her wedding video, but she has not yet dropped the wedding video. Do you think she's going to drop? I mean, that's some big money for her. That's some big view count. She's not going to miss out on an opportunity. Likely they're on their honeymoon, taking a break from social media, right? They don't want to do that. But as a person who makes their money online being a social media influencer, you think she'd be filming that and doing her shorts and everything else. Apparently, if you go to the Reddit, Kyra Renee Sivertson, I love this thread because they're like the best snarkers. Of all the snarkers, these people, they're the most ruthless, and it's good because she deserves it, because she's an idiot. Where was that one post? Like, apparently she looks like some other famous person, which is crazy, because they look identical to whoever this person is. They have the same dark eyes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I really don't get how she gets by financially. This was a big opportunity for her to cash in, and she isn't. She will. Guys, she's going to cash in on it. She's taking a break. It takes her weeks to edit, so she got married, which is a busy day. She's not going to be able to do anything. She's got to get the footage from the wedding photographer, and the wedding photographer might not license her to be able to use her footage on this. I'm sure she will. But like a wedding photographer is not going to just give over raw footage. Generally, they're not. Okay, wedding photographers and videographers don't give away raw stuff, and if they do, they're not professionals. Okay, same with real estate photography, which is what I do. I don't give away my raws. It just, nope. You can license the pictures I edit for you, but you're not getting my raws. That's the thing. So she's got to find the footage. The editor is going to edit it from the wedding side, and then she's going to take that and cut it up, blah, blah, blah. Make it look like there was people there when there wasn't. This is something that's popped up recently. The disregard you have for your subscribers is flabbergasting. We support you monthly for a special content, and you haven't even posted in 3 weeks. Mind you, you have every right to go MIA on your page, but not on subscriptions that people are paying you $9.99. I paid $12.99 for that. And I'm kind of offended. I didn't get any more lives. Just kidding. Mine is lapsed as of the 12th. Coming back every month to throw us Amazon ads and disappearing again, such a ripoff. But then again, I see how little you care for other humans in your real life. I just don't get it. Hence the cheating and the backstabbing rumors. Unsubscribing, oh, you might want to use a dictionary since you have a hard time with words. I mean, she's alienating people. Again, Kyra, you have subscription. You have to honor that thing. It's not fair that you're not doing it. And 3 weeks is unacceptable to that, which is, I'm doing a live tonight for my members. Just so you guys are aware. If you're a member, we are doing a members only live tonight. So if you're a Patreon or on YouTube here, make sure I should remind myself of that. Eh? This one I found weird too. Kyra, someone found this on the Reddit. They film a podcast, and good Kyra goes over for hands for a slumber party.
All right, guys. Just wait. There we go. That's more on brand. Just finished our live. We're packing up to go. We're having a slumber at Honest. We have all the breadsticks.
And that's
breadsticks. We have
still cooking.
Snacks. And undies. That's just all.
Snacks and undies? What kind of snacks are they?
All her other clothes. Vibrators. But I always feel we do have a box of vibrators.
You never know. What?
Why? You never know what? What do you mean you never know? What do you mean you never know? What do you never know?
You're getting a pair of shoes, but if you open it up, what is it?
Okay, never know, I guess. Then I wrote, most people were saying no, but that's weird. Look, I'm no pro or anything when it comes to this world, but do y'all share vibrators? People are like, no, only with my wife. Like, I get it. Like, you don't share them. Why would you bring a box to someone else's house? For what reason? Ew! Wear masks, Kyra! So I just want to get to the wedding photos because it was terrible. Oh, people are asking why I joke about the fart thing. This is why I joke about the fart thing. It's not a joke. Snap messages from the girl they had threesome with. Do you think this is K or P? Kyra, I love a-hole stuff. Everything to do with it. Ha ha! That's not too unique. I was expecting something crazy. This person that they're talking to is a well-oiled machine or a veteran of the arts of Vegas. I like being farted on. That's pretty nutty. That's Kyra. It's not Preston. It's 100% Kyra. So if you guys are wondering where we're getting that from, that's where we're getting it from. She admitted it to one of the people that they're on their threesome. So apparently people were finding the posts on her uncle's page or something like that. So here's a couple. Here we go. So Preston or his brother or somebody, because they look similar, get a wedding date in Braille. Now, I don't know if you know what Braille is for. It's for blind people. And it's supposed to be raised so that blind people can read it. That's stupid. Cool, eh? Here's the wedding cake picture. Look at the wedding cake. I'm sorry, it just hit me. You could have got a Costco slab cake at least. Oh my gosh, Costco slab cake would be so much better without the frickin' whatever they put in the middle of that stuff, okay? Just put buttercream icing in the middle, okay? Then I'd get one every day. But that cream that they put, no! Or make an option from one or the other, or both, you know? Oh, Costco. Because the rest of the cake is delish. Anyway, people were making fun, like, she looks like she's holding a baby in this, or someone said it on the Reddit, look like she's holding a baby. I'm sorry, it's so funny. Oh, the people on this thread, you make my heart happy, you know? You make my heart happy. Where is it? Where are the other ones? And like, this is the thing that bugged me too. Is like, why is she posting this? I shot weddings for a living. Never in my, and maybe this is a new thing, but why? I've seen people put like TVs up and they put like the collage of the photos of how they met and all this stuff. And then they have the engagement. I get that. But easels with this one with his shirt off, he looks like he's in a boy band. Are you serious? The dress is super tacky. I don't know what she was thinking. I know she got bigger breasts. I understand that. She wanted huge breasts that sag for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't understand why she would get a dress that doesn't fit them. Like, it looks like it's two bulldozers holding up, like, and they're just like kind of sitting in there. It looks like she's got like a string with two water balloons around her neck. But she had a tattoo guy. She had a tattoo person there giving out free tattoos. Like, Jess fam was there getting a tattoo. Look at his face. He's like, what did I do? This is the realization photo right here. Oh my gosh. What have I done? That's what he's saying right here. That's so funny. Oh my God. I love these people. That's the post right there. Because it's exactly what's happening right now. Woo. Yeah, people can't believe she hasn't posted anything from the wedding. Here's some people that were at her wedding. Jess and Chris were there, and of course, because that's Jess obviously is like, yeah, I totally agree that you should get married after cheating. It's like God, I would do. Totes. And don't forget, everybody, Jess fam is a cheater too, like 100%. Her ex is a cheater too, but she cheated too. And there's a person that I've reached out to that's like, yeah, I confirmed it. Like, she just slept with that girl's boyfriend because she was pissed. She's a cheater, so she's gross. Preston, he looks like a Mr. Bean James Bond. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Anyway, I'll just say people are obviously not very into their wedding because they're a bunch of jerks, and Kyra's gross, and so's Preston, and yeah, like, people were getting posts from her uncle. There were a few people there, obviously. Look, okay, I'm gonna show you this. This is their wedding. There's like 12 people at her wedding. There's some people with cowboy hats. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Does he? Yeah, look at us. We're idiots. Nobody likes us. I want to know what song that was. I had the time of my life, and I never fought it on anyone until now. You like 'em nutty. Anyway, sorry. So let's get to this video. That was her wedding. I cannot wait till she posts, because guys, she's absolutely going to capitalize on this. Okay, she knows she's going to get the most hate watches she's ever gotten. But please do me a favor. Don't watch it. Okay, if you need to watch it, because we all do. I know we all have morbid curiosity and we want to roast her, and we will. Watch it on YouTube, WEY Tube, or watch it on my channel. As soon as it drops, you guys know I'm going to cover it. Maybe we'll do a live about it. Maybe we'll do a live stream snark on it. Okay? Don't give her the view. Because that's what pays her. Why would you hate what she has done and who she has become and what she's done to her children and her family, but yet pay her? I know people are going to be like, Josh, you paid her $12.99 to be her member so you can get it. Yes, it was worth the $12.99 investment. Okay, so you're right. But don't watch it. Watch it on my channel, okay? Please. Anyway, let's get to this video, though. So this is looking back. This is right after the breakup, I think, around that area. And now, okay, so we're going to watch this knowing what we know now. We have hindsight, which is very interesting. And it's a pretty long video for Kyra, so let's take a look at it.
These car designers need to be more thoughtful.
Shut up. Okay, nobody likes you.
When designing cars, like where...
Oh, and apparently she unfollowed her wedding planner or something. Somebody let me know about that drama. What's going on with there? Like, unfollowed them or something? Like, of course, Kyra has nobody who likes her, and she doesn't like anybody. And that is what it is. I'm telling you guys, this After 8 creamer, it's good. Okay. Oh my gosh!
Set up their cameras.
So the car designers need to put a better place to set up cameras for vloggers who shouldn't be vlogging while driving. Okay, understood.
Maybe as good as his girlfriend. Like, what is this?
That's a steering wheel! Butthole?
I don't like that.
Oh my gosh, you made it worse.
Is that as good as it's gonna get? First,
Which car was this? This is like 10 cars ago.
we go back in years and we just start off with the... Where's like my backdrop and my lit candle? Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, this feels so strange. It's been literally so long.
La Capa Turbo!
I don't even know how long I said.
Your hair looks like mousy. Is that a word you can use for hair? It looks like a mouse was like, I'm growing it out. I want to look like Meatball.
Years, but it might not
Is that his name? Meatball? No. Meatloaf. Damn it!
be years. Let's look. I'm so dramatic. It's literally been 9 months.
Oh, on this channel. I see.
I'm so excited to be back. I had so many requests to post more on this channel, and you guys...
This is when she was still in the golden little era of breaking up and like, you do you, yes, Queen Slay era. Okay, this was like the one. This is like when everybody's like, you escaped this terrible relationship. Go do you, girl. Find yourself in the wilderness of taints. This was in that era. This was the golden moment before everybody found out who she really was. And you know how they found out who she really was? I am the one who told everybody, because my awesome first-hand witness who was in the hotel room with him reached out to me and said, just so you know. And I was like, just so you know, you're awesome. The reason she reached out to me is because she felt really bad after finding out who they were. Just so you're aware. So you're welcome, Kyra. You're welcome.
Guys know this is like my place on the internet, my little safe space, I like to say.
Is it a safe space?
And if you follow our family channel, you know that a lot of really big life changes have been happening in my life, which maybe I'll be like...
We know. What's that? We know. Big life changes like finding yourself in Preston's butthole. We know.
More open about or talk more about at a later point. But right now, yeah, I don't know. Still hard to talk about, still a little bit weird to talk about, and obviously it's a lot.
Like, I think Kyra honestly is dumb enough that she thought she would just straight up get away with this, because she has good reason to think that, because Oscar and Hannah and everybody else, none of them are spilling. Nobody is spilling. Hannah knows the answers. Hannah could literally tear her channel to the ground. Could do it. You know why Hannah doesn't do that? Because Hannah is a better person, right? She just is a better person. She's moving on with her life. She's got a new beau. Everything's good for her. She has all the power in the world to tell the true story, and she won't do it. This is the reason why I think that something went on with Hannah, with Kyra, Hannah, and Preston. Because Hannah's probably just doesn't want everybody to know that. Hannah's got a life to lead. She wants to be a nurse. She has all these things. And it is what it is. It's honestly because Kyra is confident that Hannah will not say anything. Because something happened. That's the only way this makes any sense. Oscar doesn't even really know, because Kyra still hasn't been honest with Oscar. And also, don't forget, everybody, she runs OK Baby now. Oscar has nothing to do with the channel anymore.
To be open about to people on the internet, especially when there's like more than your mom and dad watching. So, anyways, so I asked you guys on my Instagram a couple days ago, I think it was like Friday, today's Monday, what type of things you wanted to know, questions that you had, and I'm just going to read those. Also, I know this angle is just ass, and
it's not the angle. It's the subject.
Like, so is my hair today. It's fine.
It's not fine. I have better hair than you, and I have none. So, sorry.
Be fine. It's gonna be fine. There's like bigger problems in the world than my angle.
Well, that's true. But you could have just threw a brush in it or something. I don't know, a little leave-in conditioner or leave-in shampoo, hair spray. You know, the stuff. Just sprays in, leaves it. Not that.
Okay, first question. This is the most commonly asked question, which I think is kind of crazy, but also I get
are you dating your fiance's ex-husband?
that I would ask the same thing to somebody else if they were going through this, and that is if I'm dating. The answer is
yes, absolutely yes. We now know that she was, and she's lying, and watch what she says.
heck no.
Liar! You damn liar! Such a liar! Ricola!
I'm absolutely terrified to date again one day. I think it's like,
oh, the lies are raining down. And we know now. That's the beauty of this. Kyra wonders why nobody likes her because you're a dang liar. And you're just openly lying about it. And then today she'll be like, look, you guys knew the story? Like, I would be vindicated. Just believe me, okay? Or tell your story and vindicate yourself. Your whole channel and platform is crashing to the ground. She's lost 100,000 subscribers or something insane. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta look at it. She has 100 million views. So she has made so much money on this channel. It's actually, and that's not okay, baby. That's this channel that she's on. She has made, I want to say $1 million or more off of just this channel. I'm not even kidding you guys. You guys think I'm not balking or whatever the word is. I'm not lying. She's made lots of money. She's got a B- grade, which I'm surprised by actually. So she's lost a bunch of subscribers. 1K. She lost over 1K. The thing is, when it says minus 1K, it also minuses the 10,000 she would have gained, considering that she has almost 800,000 subscribers. Okay, I have 215,000 or something like that, and I still gain 2,000 or 3,000 a month, and because I'm growing. But she should be growing by thousands and thousands and thousands because she's up in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? So she's not only losing thousands, but she also is not gaining, which is insanity. Look at this channel; it's just collapsing. So, and look at OK Baby. OK Baby still makes her money. I was wrong about the demonetization. If it's still making money, YouTube will keep it up. Like, I had a channel with 30,000 subscribers on it that I just didn't put any content on, and it just didn't get any views. If it's still getting views, it will still make the money and it's still up. This one has 534 million. That's 500 million views. They've made millions of dollars. So people are wondering where Kyra gets all her money. First of all, she took half of Oscar's money, which she shouldn't have. And now she still owns this channel, which still gets a couple of views. Still losing subscribers, but still getting 176,000 views. That's not nothing. And she owns this. So, just so you guys are aware. I want you to be aware.
oh, I don't know. Everything about that makes my heart. I'm not much of a dater. I don't know.
I know. You're more of a serial cheater. Got that.
Really, that's not. I don't know. I just like don't.
You didn't date. We know. You're not much of a dater. You're much of a. You just steal other people's people.
Scary. No, thank you. No, thank you. Also, the way that people do it nowadays, like I am not about to hop on an app and be like, want to hang out when you know that.
Excuse me? She's lying about that because you did hop on Bumble to find threesome dates. So you are. She won't go on Bumble and them to find dates, but she'll go on there to find dates, threesome dates. So stop lying.
I just want to, you know, like
that's what you do on those things. That's literally the only reason you're on those things is to find a person that will do that with you, who will fart in your eyes.
Do people get on?
Pink eye is dangerous.
They're like looking for a relationship, and I'm a relationship type of gal. I'm not.
Are you? You're a relationship stealer type of gal. Burn.
Not like a. Hey, wanna fuck? I don't know.
But you're also that too.
That's just yeah.
You're so nasty and trashy. I get icky. I get the ickies when I talk about it. I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to be near the aura. You already walk by somebody, you're like, whoa, damn. The aura is dirt.
Next question, kind of having to do with that. Do you see yourself with someone else in the future?
If she answers no, she's being truthful because she's always with that. She's already with that person. So It's sort of the truth.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, I'm with him now.
Think that, like, nobody wants to be alone for the rest of their life, and I hope that there is somebody out there for me.
It's the audacity of, like, I'm safe in this video that's really getting me. It's making me laugh a little bit. She's just straight up lying to every single person and just is so confident that she's okay. Until the old DCP comes along and releases the photo that changed everything. Could you imagine her and Preston at the moment that I dropped that video? Could you imagine? I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when that photo dropped and then the video that dropped after. I would have loved... Oh, the money I would have paid to be a part of that live.
And somebody who, you know, obviously the biggest thing is I do have kids, and that's a very scary thought. Like, who wants to have somebody who...
Apparently Preston does.
Has kids, especially at my age. Like, people my age want to have their own kids and want to build their own life and kind of do that with somebody else. And I already did that. If I am alone...
It's all over your coat.
For the rest of my life, I'm okay with that too. I think it's
Stop. Your zipper looks like a wiener, just so you're aware. Little wiener.
Important that you learn.
Even her zipper's a wiener.
Be by yourself and love yourself, and all you need is you. And
Kyra, shut up. You literally just got married to your nanny's husband, so shut up. Spare us.
Thankfully, I have my children, and that is more than enough for me.
That was proven also to be a lie. That's a lie.
Why is it that you seem like a totally different person after breaking up with Oscar?
Because I'm in someone else's taint.
I think because I am. I think that for the last couple of years, I really lost myself, and since splitting with Oscar, which...
I hate this. Ladies on the internet, stop believing this lie. Who was it that Catherine McBroom broke up? They got divorced, and she's like, I need to go find myself. Basically, like, I need to like put my happiness forward above everything, especially with being a mother. Can we stop that? Because the truth is, when you do have children, you are the most fulfilled you ever. I'm not saying everybody's like this, but okay, for the most part, if you have a planned family, even if you don't, even if it just wasn't planned, I still think there's something ultra, I don't know how to say it, visceral about being a parent. It is your fulfilling. It is you finding yourself. And if you can't find yourself in being a parent, you're selfish. I know. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to, like, do things for yourself. Don't get that twisted. I'm just saying these people are always out here like, I need to find myself. You made your plans. You wanted how these kids were planned. You did all this. You planned it. You made millions off of it as well, exploiting them. So stop getting out. Influencers, stop getting out there and telling moms that they're not good enough where they are. Because it's BS, and this is why social media is so dangerous. These thoughts, and this isn't about feminism or anything like that. It's literally just about being stupid. Okay? Stop saying stupid stuff like this, because then people start believing it. Because people are dumb inherently. Okay? Let's be real. This whole dinks thing that's out there, like, we're dinks. We go to Costco and buy treats. I have kids. I go to Costco and buy treats too anytime I want. I went and saw The Beekeeper the other day by myself. I go to movies by myself all the time. It's my thing. Kathy does her thing. She doesn't like the same movies I like, but then we do our date nights. Red Lobster. Important. Right? But you can do all the things that these dinks are out here saying that they can do that we can't. I can do all of those things. Oh, we get to get on a plane and go. So do I. I just take my kids and they also enjoy them. And I get to watch my kids enjoy things for the first time. It is very rewarding, by the way. Are you dumb? Being a parent is one of the most fulfilling things you will ever do in your life. Okay? I'm just saying kids are very fulfilling, and when you think, and it's very telling when you say, oh, I gotta go find myself after you have the family. That means that you're a selfish douchebag.
Not to say he's the reason. There was a lot of things linked to that it was just, it's really forced me to, like, discover myself and find myself, and I'm still doing that, obviously. And I really, honestly, truly, I don't know who I am.
We know who you are, and we knew who you were during this. You were lying to everybody. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that she thought she would survive this.
I'm figuring that out, which has been the biggest struggle for me, but I'm
figuring out my kinks.
Trying. How is your relationship with your parents? This has been a commonly asked question over the years of me being on social media, and I understand why, because I don't share a lot of that side of my life.
You do. You threw your like dead mom under the bus like a bunch of times in the past couple months too. So you do share a lot.
My dad, I'm very close to. I talk to him multiple times a day. He is like the best person ever. And me and my mom have always had a very my
mom and I, and also your dad probably is not very happy with you.
Down, rocky relationship. And right now, my relationship with my mom is not existent. What is your life goal wow.
To fart and be free.
Feel like...
Is that a t-shirt that we just made? To fart and be free?
Outside of my...
I come keep Preston's in there.
Kids, my goal is to feel like I can be authentically myself and find who that is and be happy.
So her authentic self is stealing someone else's husband, right? So we know that. Her authentic self is getting fake boobs and getting fillers. That's her authentic self. Her authentic self is lying to everybody on the internet. Her authentic self is losing all of her friends. Her authentic self is lying to herself about everybody around her. And it's like, if you haven't been in my life in a week, you're not coming to my wedding. Her authentic self is disgusting. Now she's still young. Kyra has a redemption arc ahead of her. She does. I know everybody doesn't want to see that. Everybody eventually, especially if you're young like Kyra, there's a redemption arc coming. Okay, and it's not going to be with Preston. He's going to leave her, or she's going to leave him. It's going to be a big fight. She's going to one day call up Oscar in 10 plus years and say, I'm so sorry. She's going to mature one day. She will. She will have a redemption arc. It is not now, but it will happen. Kyra is pretty self-aware, but she also lies to the point where she kind of forgets that and what she has lied about and what she's put on the internet. But someday she will mature. Someday. She just, obviously, like most teen moms, like Jess Femme and everybody else, they are developmentally arrested as teenagers. It just takes them a little longer to get out of that because as soon as they had babies, they had to grow up and they actually didn't get to develop as adults. I know the psychology behind it, but there's something about having babies young that like I've never, in my family, there's teen moms, okay? So you're aware. Like 16th birthday. Okay, I know the teen mom life, lived with it in my life. I have never yet met, and I could be wrong about this, a teen mom who is actually a mature person as they get older. It takes them a lot longer to mature, like in their 30s. Then everything changes for them. Then they find out who they are when the kids are kind of leaving the nest. But hear me, I could be wrong, but think of any teen mom that you know in your life. Are they developmentally arrested? I'm not saying they all will be, but I'm saying the majority are because they are forced to stop their growth and everything that they were in. A lot of them stop learning, stops going to school. They stop being able to actually be normal people and grow up with a normal life and have normal fun, like kids, and make mistakes. They're now parents and that's it. They're locked in. And so they missed out on crucial development years. That's all I'm saying. She did too.
And then all the other things that are obvious, like, yes, I hope I'm financially stable, and...
That's not going to happen either. But, guys, don't be mistaken. They have made millions of dollars on the social media. And unless they spent it all, which it looks like they did spend a lot of it, they still had a lot. And they had a home worth $700,000, and they had RVs, and they had things, and she made Oscar sell all that stuff, and he gave it half. And he gave her the OK Baby channel, which is crazy to me.
Like, all the things that everybody wants, but I think that has always been my
Get a lawyer, Oscar.
My biggest struggle throughout my life. Is there a chance you and Oscar will ever get back together? Honestly,
not anymore.
If I truly believed that was a possibility, the internet would have never known that we split up, and we would be working towards bettering our relationship and not breaking it off.
Kyra, you broke off the relationship because you were cheating on Oscar. You sabotaged the relationship at the end. You weren't looking for reconciliation. You were looking for sabotage, actively sabotaging your relationship because you didn't want it to go. You wanted an out, and and remember when she was doing the breakup video, she's like, Oscar, and we're going to cover that too, again, because I have it. Or you'd be like, Oscar, like, I can't wait till you find a girl. Like, she was pushing him to go find other women and go get with other women because she felt guilty about what she was doing. She was sabotaged. This is what happens in relationships where there's a cheater. They're trying to sabotage the relationship so that they can get out of it and be like, look, it didn't work, right? That's her. That's all her doing that.
Somebody said, how are you doing?
Who cares how you're doing? F off.
I just say that question is so underestimated. Like, years ago.
Is it underestimated? Is that the word you were looking for?
I was just like, oh, how are...
Underestimated? That question is underestimated. Okay. Does it work grammatically? Okay, she got it right. She hit it right. I've never heard it in that context, but it works. Kyra. I'm so proud of you.
How are you when I ask people that, or when people ask me that? It's like, good. And now I'm like, that question is so deep. Is that just because I'm going?
Could have said that question is deeper than it normally is. Yeah.
Or something? Okay. Or is that like a deep-ass question? Because that's like a lot. I don't know. Don't underestimate the power.
Here's the thing. She's like, this is what she's meaning to say here. I'm not okay because I know what I'm doing is wrong. No, like, I'm not saying Oscar was perfect. No, which marriage, hands up your marriage are perfect. Okay, it's just, we're humans. Okay, we go through things. It's ups and downs, it's ebbs and flows, but you make a commitment, right? Like I'm not in a perfect marriage. Nobody can say they're in a perfect marriage. But you make it work because you made a commitment, especially if you have children. Okay? So she's just like, she doesn't know what that means. She wants to be like, I'm not okay, but that's all on you, Kyra. You made your bed. You did all this. And you lied to everybody. And you feel protected because of the debauchery of the situation. People don't want the shame of it. That's the only way this makes any sense. Is that there are people in this story who, and if I'm right about Hannah, which I'm convinced that I am, she's friends with Oscar. And I think if she had to tell the tale and had to tell Oscar, she might lose his friendship.
Of asking somebody that question, it may mean a lot more to them than you ever.
But let me tell you this, Hannah, you don't have to tell the world your secrets, right? You don't have to get on social media and be like, tell everybody, to spill the tea. You don't have to do it. You can get away from all this. Smart for you to do so. But you should come clean to Oscar. I think you and I would agree that he deserves that.
Would know. But to answer it, I'm struggling, to be honest, obviously, with all the changes going on. It's
you did it.
Been hard on me, and it's hard to watch somebody you love be hurt. I feel okay, but...
Right after, it's hard to find somebody you love be hurt because you hurt them, but I'm okay. We're glad you're okay, Kyra.
Some days are harder, and some days are better, and I think that's how it's going to...
Depends who's over, the apartment, if it's harder. Boner.
Be for a while. Have you and Oscar hooked up since breaking up? I also saw this question a lot. No, we have not hooked up since.
Oscar wouldn't do it anyway. He's not that guy. You know it. Like when we watched the breakup video, the one where he was blindsided, wait till you see his body language and everything shift. And then the video after where he's like, the channel is over and she's bawling her eyes out. He is like angry. I just watched it again, just part of it. And I'm like, man, he, at that point, was like, there's no going back from here. He's not the kind of guy to be like, let's just hook it. He wouldn't do it. Oscar isn't that kind of guy, man. Like, I know people are like, oh, you're an Oscar fan. I became an Oscar fan after this whole situation. Yes, you know why? Because he decided to take his kids off. She runs the OK Baby channel. It's not even up to, it should be up to, Oscar, if you're watching, it is up to you. You can take that, get her to take it down. But, like, he's not that guy. She would be, though.
We have broken it off. What is your go-to Starbucks order?
The questions that make sense.
Iced vanilla latte, venti. Always get a venti, but only drink, like, a grande,
Waste. I like it. Nice hair.
5 shots of espresso. I know it's...
Espresso. It's not espresso. Dumbass.
Espresso, but I think that's a stupid way to say it.
Well, it's the proper way to say it, so we now know. See, Kyra's like, I'm going to do it my way all the time, both.
It should be espresso.
It's not. It's espresso. Butthole.
Iced, 8 pumps of vanilla, sugar-free, light...
8 pumps of vanilla?
Sweet cream and light ice. Don't you think you're being a little harsh on Oscar?
That's a good question. Because, okay.
This question makes me very nervous to answer because obviously
I'm about to lie and I got to figure out a lie.
This has been a big thing going on like our side of the internet right now. Hold on. Okay, our nanny has to go home.
This is new nanny.
I'm gonna finish this video inside. Okay, made it inside.
Did you? Oh, this is the old house.
It's handled for nap time. Back to the questions. The next question is, I didn't finish answering this question. Don't you think you're being a little harsh on Oscar? I mean, the answer is yes. I definitely think there's been situations where I've been harsh on him, but I think Hey,
at least she's honest. You gotta give her credit right here. She didn't lie here. She had the opportunity to be like, nah, he's the worst. She didn't. Good for her.
Have a lot of anger. I don't know. It's been really hard. It's also very hard to sit in front of a camera and tell the world certain things.
Kyra, you make dildo commercials in front of a camera. So you can talk about your literal battery-powered sex life, but not the real stuff that really matters to people that you have vlogged about for years. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You talk about on your channel about giving good BJs, which look like it could start a fire in your pubes. Okay? You have zero shame whatsoever. Zero shame. You talked about a box of vibrators with your best friend on a sleepover. Okay? I'm sorry. You had a sex podcast where you and someone who had no business talking about it talked about it for 2 seasons. And yet this question's, it's... Shut up!
Yeah. Yeah.
But give her credit. You got to give her credit where credit's due. Yes, I was harsh on him.
I only control what I can control.
And you are a control freak.
And yeah.
Oh, good answer though.
How has becoming a single mom changed your future career goals at all?
She wasn't single. She was always with Oscar.
Sorry.
Or she was always with Preston.
Has becoming, not how has. Has becoming a single mom changed your future career goals at all?
I'm gonna start a daycare, I think.
It's definitely made me want to be better at saving, like making sure.
And she didn't. Since this video aired, her and Presticles went on like many Vegas trips where she paid for it, and they didn't just drive like a bunch of poors and plebs. They flew, and they paid for the expensive hotel rooms. They go out and gamble and drink and party on her dime, and you get threesomes. And then when they're in London, they've been everywhere. She's bought 4 cars since this video. So no, plan failed.
Sure that no matter what happens with whatever career I have,
you're not gonna have a career. Do you know why you're not going to have a career? You can get like a job probably at Starbucks or something, but you're not going to have a career. The only thing Kyra is going to be able to do is buy a business and take it over. Nobody will hire her. And when they do hire her, they'll find out who she is because you Google her name and videos like this will pop up. She's not going to get a job. It's not going to happen. She would have to go back to school for 4 years and she can't even read. So good luck.
I will be okay. Not living such like a lavish, I think that's how that term goes, like lavish lifestyle.
Your hair would be indicative of the way you're living now.
Even little things like getting Starbucks all the time, getting my nails done, like those are things that definitely have become more habit for me.
And you still do it?
Through having...
She's got like 20 hair extensions, and I know the hair extensions aren't cheap. Blowouts and all the rest. Nails every 2 weeks. But her kid can't have apple juice.
A good career.
Or go to the schools they want to go to.
Making decent money.
$15,000 for breasts after this video, by the way, too. That are... Ew. Imagine just Kyra pulling up to the breast guy. Okay, here's what I want. Okay, I want to be like them down to here. Okay, I want them to be like dangly banglies. Okay, nothing wrong with dangly banglies. Okay, but if you earned your dangly banglies, you earned them. She didn't earn them. She bought dangly banglies, which is weird to me. Okay, but if you earned your dangly banglies, high five. You earned them.
Right now, maybe just because I'm nervous, I definitely want to like cut down on those things and learn how to live with like the bare minimum and having more money in my savings. So not necessarily career, but financial goals, yes. Favorite alcoholic drink? Oh,
these questions in the middle, like, what's the most important thing to you about this space travel and adventures in space? You know, here it is. Elon Musk and I have been talking, and we're going to try this thing. Next question. What's your favorite sock to put on first? These are the burning questions that we all have.
It's hard. This sounds a little psychotic, but I am definitely like a shots person just because I'm not...
Because I want to get drunk as fast as possible without tasting it.
I just babysit my mixed drinks. I have to choose a mixed drink. It would be Spiked Shirley Temple. Do you have anything planned to help find yourself? Like journal?
Do you have anything planned to help find yourself? Yes. Preston. I found myself in Preston's taint while still being with Oscar's taint.
Or a retreat. I definitely have been journaling.
I love the word taint. I know I'm overusing it. Thumbs down below if I should drop the word taint. Am I overusing taint? I'm starting to feel it. But I like it still.
I feel like that helps. Even if I'm not like writing down my issues, but just like, this is what I did today. This is what I'm grateful for. This is what I want to work on. That's really helped me. Also spending time with myself. Like, I'm somebody who has a hard time being in my thoughts. I try to avoid it. Talking to people on the phone, listening to music constantly. And I'm trying not to do that and learn to, like, be okay in my thoughts, which...
What? Okay.
Has always been terrifying to me. Going on hikes by myself, driving places by myself, going on a trip.
You didn't do anything by yourself, so she's lying here again. And if you would have done any of those things, you would have vlogged it. We would have seen it. You didn't do anything by yourself. Soon as this like came out that you were Preston, it was like, okay, we're Preston. Surprise! But you didn't know.
By myself,
we knew.
Out by myself, things like that. I definitely would like to get better at. I'm also getting a lot of questions about like mental health. You guys know, a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with severe OCD, and I've gotten a lot.
I think that there was a misdiagnosis because if it was severe, like she wouldn't be able to function. Like, I know she's severe OCD with certain things like water, but she didn't. I think she just plays that up. And I'm not trying to diminish people who have OCD because I've seen videos. It shows of people that have severe OCD and it's like almost unlivable. That people and the people can't live with them. It's a severe mental disorder, which like they have to like do repetitive tasks and like live certain ways. I think she was diagnosed with like a minimal OCD, like scared of water. That's it. Like a hydrophobia.
Better with that over the last few years. I obviously have my ups and downs, but it was nothing like it was years ago. But obviously situations like this, my mental health is kind of like triggered a little bit. So
well, you did it to yourself.
I have been struggling, but I also know, I always try to tell myself at least, it goes up and down, and I know right now it's down, but it will go back up, and like, I'll be fine. What do you do to stay positive and optimistic about life?
Well, I grab a coffee and I head over to the Tate store.
I have not been so good at that lately. I've definitely had a lot of pity parties, and I've been sad.
Excuse me? You having pity parties for yourself? I don't understand this self-loathing, garbage, disgusting influencer behavior these days. Pity party? I could understand if you were the one wronged, you could have pity parties. Hey, I was wronged. Here's my pity party. We all want that. Everybody wants a pity party if something happens to you. I get that, right? We're human. But you did this to you. I think that's narcissistic. That's what I'm saying. If you sabotage your own damn life and you're like, I need a pity party. No, you don't get one. You did this. You did this to you. Thomas. That'll never get old. Just saying. New prop.
There are a lot, but I think something that does help is surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. For one, you'd be surprised how much the people around you have an impact on like...
How'd that go for you? All the people around you. How'd that go for you, Kyra? I honestly think she did have friends until everything dropped about everything. I swear. She's been on a spiral downward ever since the truth came out. She did not want the truth to come out. And honestly, it's crazy to me that Oscar and Hannah and everybody let her just get away with it all. I'm more vindictive than that, I guess. So, and I think a lot of people online just don't want her to get away with this because it's disgusting that she got away with it. And so she's not able to get away with it. But you're vindictive. Your
mood and your coping and just like your like what I'm going through, like it's had a huge impact who I hang out with. You did this
whether to you.
I'm more sad or more happy. Being realistic. I know that sounds dumb, but like I do sometimes sit here and I'm like, oh, my life sucks for me. But like,
that's you.
Then when I'm realistic, like this is gonna pass. I'm gonna be fine.
I'm gonna get married with my boobs that look like I'm holding a baby.
Like you choose your attitude towards situations. And obviously some situations are harder than others. And sometimes you have to really convince yourself. But that does help a lot. It's all about perspective.
You're stupid.
Somebody said, have you noticed the hypocrisy of females siding with only Oscar when it takes two to make...
The hypocrisy of people siding with Oscar? With only Oscar. No, we took sides. And you're allowed to take sides, especially if one side is completely and utterly wrong in all of this. Like... Remember someone found that video of them arguing in a parking lot and they tried to be like, look, Oscar's terrible. Then I watched that video myself and I'm like, are you guys watching the same video as me? He was upset. Couples fight. That's the way it is. She recorded that on purpose. You know how hard it is to go live on something by accident? She did that on purpose. And she was the one angry. And he was even still trying to diffuse the situation, even though he was super upset. She tried to make Oscar look like an abusive person. And that to me, right there alone, means that I would want full custody of my children. I don't want my children around someone like that who is willing to do that to somebody. And Oscar isn't like that. Oscar isn't like, I don't even watch OK Baby. I didn't grow up watching them. I watched a few of their videos to snark on them and call out their exploitative parenting. But I never saw Oscar as a type of guy that's like super angry, super abusive, even verbally abusive. He was always trying his best. So we took sides because you literally punched a puppy. That's basically what happened here. Oscar's a good guy. We all see it. Clearly he is. He moved on. It took him about a year or something to find someone else, and that someone else seems to be madly in love with him. Okay? He is a catch, and you threw it away for a douchebag that you cheated with. Okay? People took sides because, yeah, they do that. We're human. And you lost all of your friends. Does that not resonate with you at all? They took sides. Like, if everybody takes one person's side, maybe they're wrong. No, man! Reflect that you were wrong in this. Accept responsibility and then move on. But to this day, she will not accept responsibility for what she did. She won't. She did the unthinkable. She threw her family under the bus. She cheated on her fiance. She stole her nanny's husband. And now she's married to that guy. And she's like, I'm wondering, like, why did people take Oscar's side? You're an idiot.
Make it work. Yes and no. I actually saw a TikTok of somebody who, it was a guy who did something similar where he didn't feel happy and he wanted to learn how to love himself and whatever, so he ended his marriage of
No, you probably cheated.
like many years. And all the comments were like very supportive of...
Okay, well, if you honestly did leave the relationship because it was abusive and you wanted... Okay, first of all, if you have children with somebody, leaving to find yourself is not a good enough excuse to end your marriage. I'm sorry. If you asked Oscar honestly to say, look, I have lost myself. So either we end this thing or you let me go find myself. You let me figure out a passion. And he did. She started businesses. They traveled. What didn't you find about yourself, Kyra? Your kinks? Is that the only thing that you just weren't happy in the bedroom? Is that the issue? Because there are therapists for that too, by the way. Right? She had it all of it. More money than you could think to have. They had every toy in the world. They had beautiful children together. They had what seemed like a great relationship. She had a supportive husband who absolutely was supportive. She had a supportive husband that let her do anything she wanted, right? I bet you if she went to Oscar and they went to therapy and they talked about all this, and she's like, I want to find myself. Well, then unpack. What does that mean? Do you think Oscar would have let her go find herself? And I mean, not sexually, but that seems to be what she's talking about. But like, because she's lying about that too. But do you think he would have? He would have. He would have been like, yeah, let's save this relationship that we have children in. I'll do whatever it takes. But she didn't do any of that. And so when she's talking about this other guy, maybe he actually did want to go find himself, which again, I think is a very stupid reason to end a marriage. Very, very dumb and selfish. Okay. If you're that selfish, you don't deserve to be with somebody. Okay. You didn't go leave this relationship here to find yourself. You left this relationship because you were cheating on Oscar with Preston. So it's a little different.
Like both of them, honestly. It was just interesting to see that versus like the reaction that we've gotten. But honestly,
well, it's because you cheated.
I think that the reaction that we've gotten on our breakup is largely based on the video where we announced we were breaking up.
Because you told him things he had no idea about. You didn't talk about it before. You did it in a video. Wait till we recap that video, guys. You guys are going to be, what the heck? Because again, this is so interesting knowing what we know now. So are you coming to a conclusion now based on that video? Oh, he outed that I cheated on him. That's what she's saying.
And it definitely has been hard. Like, I'm not going to lie, having that amount of hate. Like, I've been on the internet for a while. I've gotten hate, but that amount of hate is a little bit shocking.
Is it? Because people finally found out who you really were. Is that shocking to you? See, Kyra honestly thought she was going to get away with this all. She did. She had so much confidence. And she's like, okay, let's do this. And she, like, in her own little world of lies, she thought she was going to be fine with this. And people were not having it.
And hard to deal with. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. But at the same time, I'm just trying to remember that that was one video. And also most of...
That was one whole entire family? Is that what you meant to say? That was my whole everything? It wasn't the video, you moron. It was what you did.
The things that people are commenting are not true, so there's no need to be upset
it's true.
about it. But
and it was true.
So that's why I get upset, because naturally when somebody is wrong about you or wrong about the situation, you want to like defend that. And
so again, she is again saying that you want to defend it. So defend it! Defend it! Tell the truth then. All this time she keeps saying, everybody's wrong. So then what's stopping you from telling the truth? What is stopping you? You talk about the most intimate things about your life, way more than anybody ever needs to know. And yet this, where you could be vindicated, you don't talk about it? That's why we don't believe you, Kyra.
It's very hard for me not to do that, but I know that unfortunately this is the internet. And I definitely did things wrong for sure too. Like it does.
We know.
Take two, like you said. But I've been dealing and coping with what's been going on for years. And so I can't.
And she didn't even, in the breakup, if I'm not mistaken, she didn't even really discuss what's been going on for years. She says things that we can go back and look that she was lying about the things, like, oh, he has no emotions and this and that. All the excuses she made, we just go back and look that was all very untrue. Very, very much untrue. She just wanted to sabotage it.
And laugh about it now because it's not new to me necessarily. Like, yes, saying that we're broken up is new to me, but feeling like I was losing somebody and like someone no longer loved me happened to me a long time ago. So
we're in high school? In high school, is that what you're talking about? Because that doesn't count. Doesn't really count.
it wasn't the way people speculate it to be, basically.
That's not true.
How would you feel if and when Oscar gets a new partner? I definitely think it will be weird, obviously. Like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It is.
Look how her demeanor changes when she answers this question. It'll be totally weird, but I hope he does, because then I can come out with my relationship.
Weird, but I also...
She was pushing him to come out with a relationship. Like, you definitely hooked up with people, right? When she had her feet on the table, and she's like, you definitely texted. And he's like, no, I have not done any of that. She wanted him to say that, so she could be like, see? He's totally moved on. That was the only reason she wanted that. Isn't that crazy?
I'm excited for him. I think that, I know people think this is weird, but I truly want him to find somebody who makes him happy and makes him...
You did make him happy, by the way.
...the best version of
which is weird to everybody.
...himself. What are ways to save money?
You're gonna ask Kyra this question? Is this the question that you're asking, Kyra? Okay. Just checking.
I have something to say about this. I'm not great at, financial...
Here's what you should say to this question. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Next.
Tips. Not that I'm not great at it. Not to say that I am either.
You are not great at it. You had literally 5 cars since this video.
But I just don't like to...
And 3 apartments and then a new house.
...give people financial advice, because I think everybody's situation is very unique. Out of sight, out of mind. Something that's always helped me is creating a bank account or something that I don't always look at, I don't see, or whatever, and not putting money in there, not looking at it, because then...
You have a bank account that you don't look at, you don't put money in? Great savings plan. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
You're not able to transfer it as easy and all that stuff. So out of sight, out of mind definitely is a good trick that's worked for me. How do you balance work and kids?
She doesn't work. Okay? She doesn't work. That's how she balances it. She's basically a stay-at-home mom, which is awesome. Okay? If you have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom, this is something I've really come to grips with over our years, and I'm a Canadian, so my wife and I have worked our children's entire lives. Okay? We had to. We live in a country that is uber damn expensive. At the last, middle class Canadians pay something upwards of 61% tax when all is said and done. When you get your check, it gets taxed. When you buy gas, it gets taxed. When you buy groceries, it gets taxed. When you go for dinner, it gets taxed. We are taxed upwards of 61%. Okay, the poor are way poor, but they get all the benefits. I'm not saying that they're good, but the middle class always pay for the benefits. The rich people always get away from it because they can hire professionals to hide their money or to be smart with their money. Okay, it's the middle class who always get shat on. Always. Where was I going with that? All that to say, my wife and I have been working our entire lives with our children. But if you could be a stay-at-home mom, if your husband makes enough for you to be a stay-at-home mom, do it. Okay? I promise you. I don't understand how Americans get away with 2 weeks of leave. Some of you don't even get that. In Canada, we get 18 months of leave, parental leave. If you have 2 children, you get 18 months of parental leave. And the dad can take parental leave. Okay? The most important year of a baby's life is the first year. Right? It's breastfeeding. It's bonding. It's learning. If you have to, it breaks my freaking heart to see all these parents have to drop their kids off at daycare as newborns almost. And so, never throw that. Stay-at-home moms are some of the most important people in the world. Okay? Everybody's important. But she, when someone says working kids, she doesn't work. Okay? She's a glorified stay-at-home mom who's living off her savings, which good. But it's not going to last unless Preston can make a lot of money. And maybe he will.
Lately, I can't balance anything, so I don't know.
It's true, because you don't work.
Ask me again in a month. I feel like I'll have my life figured out.
In a month, it was revealed you and Preston to Vegas.
What do you think about the hookup culture? That's a culture now, is it?
Well, you know all about it because you were doing it on Bumble.
Interesting. Think that it's
Why are you just...
important.
You can tell when she's really lying because she's like, what do you mean? I don't know what this means. What is it?
To you gotta find what you like, but also be safe about it, if that makes sense.
Okay, let's be real. Were you safe about it? Do you ask somebody for their STI panel when you hook up with them in Vegas? No, you don't. Okay? You have nose herpes. Okay? From smelling farts from some people's buttholes. So don't ever take advice from Kyra about anything, okay? Be safe. Are you safe? Is that real safe? It's not safe.
Personally, what I partake in that, I think I already did it.
What do you mean, would I partake in that?
High school, so I'm not
would I partake in it? And yes, she did and was at this time.
Will you ever get a puppy? Not anytime soon.
And then she got a damn puppy. Every question in this video, she lied. She literally got a puppy right after this.
How are you?
And where is that dog? People have been asking. They've been on vacation doing all this. Where's the dog? I haven't seen it in a long time. Interesting, that. What is it with influencers and getting tons of pets and then just like throwing them away?
Coping with the breakup. I don't really feel like I'm allowed to feel anything because I made the choice. Yeah, I don't know how.
It's kind of right. Yeah, you made the choice. You don't get to cope. The question is, how do you think Oscar's coping with this, that you threw the family into the garbage?
I answer that. I'm okay, though.
Oh, good thing you're okay.
What I miss the most about being with Oscar? I love Oscar. I think that he is an incredible person, and there's so many things that I know.
But he didn't like the fart kinks, and I was really into it. I swear if you asked Oscar, he might have done it for you, just to keep his family together. Just get some farty meatballs and get her going. He would have done it for you.
I do and will miss about him, but I think the biggest thing is honestly just like we did have great conversation and we really had great
Imagine a conversation with her.
banter and we had a lot of fun together, and I do think that hopefully one day that can happen again as
It's not going to happen again.
friends, but
He wasn't at her wedding.
for right now.
Or maybe he was. Maybe he was, but I don't think he was.
Now during this transition period, it's a little bit hard to know your boundaries and like develop boundaries and all that stuff. So that hanging out doesn't really happen as much. It still happens, but just not as.
She made this guy, I kid you not, if you haven't watched this whole thing, she made him live in their unfinished basement and like, we're roommates now. We're just going to continue to do this. And she like convinced him that that's what they were going to do. I kid you not. The guy was sleeping in his unfinished cold ass basement in Utah. And she's like, this is great. I get the whole upstairs and Oscar gets the dungeon.
Much, and I think that I'll always miss that. What has been the biggest challenge since the breakup? I love you, by the way. Two things, like I kind of just mentioned.
Who are you saying that to?
It's been very hard for me to feel like I can feel anything because I made the choice. So definitely like guilt, kind of.
I would too feel guilty if I cheated on my spouse.
Not regretful guilt. But
Oh, okay, I gotta make sure I put that in there. No, I'm not regretting anything. I don't think that.
it's a
She regrets it.
crappy feeling knowing that you had to be the one, not had to be the one, but you were the one that like really hurt somebody else.
At least she's admitting it. And this is the thing. Gotta give her credit. She's admitting she's the one who hurt him.
So that, and then two, just daily trying to make, like, you know, as an adult, you gotta keep going. Like, you don't get to just stop.
Put the hair back. Put the hair back.
Stop life just because something really hard is going on. Although I'm not gonna lie to you, I've kind of done that recently, especially once we posted the video that we split up. I kind of shut down for a minute, but
Oh, did you? Where's that there? Cue sad music. Oh my God, Kyra! Did you totally throw your family in and then you shut down for a minute, Finn? Piss off. Right into the sun, please.
you know, you have to get back up, and getting back up is very difficult.
You never got off. You went off one taint to the other taint. So, F off.
Are you going to start OnlyFans? I really want to,
I admit, I don't remember this question.
but I'm
Really?
very nervous too. So
Why? What is this like? Go find yourself, so start a porn channel? You have kids. Everybody who does OnlyFans, please do me a favor. If you have kids, please don't. Please, for the love of Pete, don't do it. Stop. This is not where your value is. Okay, it's not where it lies. Please don't do this.
I don't know yet. What tattoos
She's gonna have to, though. She has no other options.
are you getting next? Oh my gosh, you guys
Tattoos? Oh my God, Braille. So like blind people can read the back of my neck.
have had like a million ideas. So many that
She just got done saying she's trying to save money.
like every day should I go to and get them? Thank God I haven't, because otherwise I'd have like 50 more right now. But
Oh, yeah.
I do want like a, what do they call that? A silhouette of a girl.
Taint?
Girl.
Girl.
It's like, I don't know. Sounds kind of weird, but I want
That's didn't explain that very well at all.
that on my ankle. I want all the kids' dates down my hip.
Dumb.
And then I want something that's in Hannah's handwriting.
Ah, Hannah.
I don't know where though. But yeah.
Maybe on your black heart. Hannah's handwriting saying, "How dare you?"
I have a lot of ideas. Definitely.
Hannah, do me a favor and just write something in your handwriting on your social media and just be like, "Fuck off."
Not done getting tattoos. Are you open to talking or going to therapy to deal with your childhood trauma? I want to take the step, but I don't know. This has been a huge
Apparently she went to therapy once and she's like, "It's amazing," and that was the only time she went.
part of my life lately. I think that for whatever reason, my recent situation has really triggered what
For whatever reason.
trauma I had in my childhood. I hate that word. It's so dramatic, but also I know that that's what it is, but it just sounds ridiculous. But I do consider it, but I'm also terrified because I think there's a lot of things that I don't remember, and I'm very scared to remember them. Like, it's one of those things that I feel sad now, but I might feel a lot worse if I knew. What's your
If you knew what?
favorite way to relax? Sitting on my phone. Do you regret growing up so young? Yeah, I'm not somebody who regrets. I feel like
Yeah, you do.
am the person that I'm.
Kyra can't admit her regrets because you have to admit she's wrong, and she is a very prideful person. She can't. But again, she will have her redemption arc once she matures and realizes, oh my gosh, I was wrong. That's what's going to happen.
Meant to be, but definitely as a child, I remember thinking like, gosh, I just wish I could do like what normal kids do. Favorite thing about myself right now?
My hair.
Ugh, rough. I love these questions. I think
Nothing.
everybody should have to answer these questions like often.
Nothing. Your answer is nothing.
But I do know how hard it is. I would have to say I've lost a lot of weight, so
Due to stress?
I am like, I do feel more comfortable in my own skin. So that, or this is so cringy to say, but I do feel like I've done something that is very hard to do and a lot of people don't do it.
What, cheat on their partner?
Because it
That's what you're proud of? That's interesting.
does
Weird.
come off the way that, I mean, a lot of you guys think about me now, sadly, which I understand, but
Yeah. You cheated!
a lot of people remain unhappy for a long time, if not the rest of their lives, because of how scary of a choice it is. And I do feel proud of myself that I was able to believe in myself enough.
You were able to believe in yourself enough that you cheated on Oscar. That's a take, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't have that kind of thought, but you do you. Boo.
To put myself first. What?
There it is again. I gotta put myself first, do you? Hands up in the chat. Hands up in the comments below. Once you have kids, until they are gone, there's no more putting yourself first. Like, I know that's a lot of people to this day and age, even saying that will trigger people. No, you can be, I mean, once in a blue moon, yeah, take care of yourself, do you, right? A little self-care is a very important thing. But what she is saying is that put yourself first always. Immediately what comes to mind are these influencers who go through things and they always say this, like, I gotta put myself first. Catherine Broom, divorce, gotta put myself first. Nope. When you bring children to this world, it's your responsibility now that you come second. Your spouse comes first, your children come second, you come third. And that goes for dads too, not just women. That's everybody. My spouse comes first, my children come second. That is how this works. You are devoted and dedicated to your family. When you decide to bring children into this world, you no longer come first. And that's just the way it goes. And it is a good, healthy thing to be selfless. Okay? If you always put yourself first and think, I need to party, I need to do these things, I need to go find farts in the wilderness, okay, you're wrong. And you will not be fulfilled because of it. People think you'll be fulfilled. You will not be. You will end up lonely and disgusting. Okay? Putting others first will always make you a better person and will always make you feel better for yourself. It's almost selfish to put other people first, to feel good about yourself. Because those who do good for others, and I'm not saying I'm good at this all the time, but I try to be. Okay? If you do good things and help other people where you can all the time, you will always feel good about yourself. That's the untapped thing people aren't talking about. Do good for others, it'll make you feel amazing.
What's my go-to makeup brand? Tarte. I love Tarte. Or
Well, that's fitting, because you're a tart.
Maybelline. What change of number of kids was the hardest? 4. Going from 3 to 4 was like life-changing.
Stupid.
Kids' sleeping arrangements. We get this question all the time. Honestly,
Why? Why do you get this question all the time? Who wants to know your kids' sleeping arrangements, and why do you answer this question? Influencers are stupid.
you guys, it changes every single night. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like Levi and Avery
Don't say it! To be like, none of your damn business where my kids sleep, you idiots.
technically share a room, and then Aura and Alea share a room. But they all kind of switch around a lot, and especially now that Oscar and I aren't sleeping in the same room, usually
No,
one of the
stop
kids will
it.
sleep with us, although I've been trying to kind of slow that down. One, because I need just my space.
I don't
They
care.
The transition, although the kids are doing good. Where do you want to travel to next? I really want
Vegas.
to go back to Nashville. I loved it there.
Remember the Nashville story, the Jess Fam Nashville story? That was some kind of something. Go back and look at my channel, type in Jess Fam Nashville story. It is crazy the lies that came out of that trip because they were looking for content and they're like, okay, this guy totally kidnapped us, but it was just a dude on the street.
Yeah, but I spent most of the days drinking, so I didn't like actually tour around, and I would like to do that.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you do when you feel
like, I know I'm old-fashioned, just like this old douche, but is it fun to just drink all day? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm missing out on something. I just feel like, what if you don't remember anything you did?
lost? I have no idea what I want in life, and I hate it. This is the most relatable. She's in my brain right now.
You don't know what you want in life? You can't have anything in life. You're dumb and uneducated, and you're stupid and dumb.
You just gotta keep trying new things. That is the worst piece of advice.
Like Vegas threesomes.
And I know that's not the answer that you want. What you probably want is for me to tell you what you want.
Why would you take advice from her anyway? She has nothing together. They got lucky on YouTube. They have no discernible skills whatsoever. She can't even read. She has zero grammar ability. She is gross. Her hair looks like that. Why would you ever take advice from somebody like this? Stop taking advice from influencers, first of all. Unless they're like professionals in something. But here, take some of my advice. Don't take their advice.
Because I want somebody to tell me what I want. Huh? I wish it was so easy, but I would just say, yeah, you have to keep trying new things.
My zipper's
believing
broken.
in yourself and also giving it time. I think that we all put a lot of pressure on ourselves. I have a lot of questions about if I think that Hannah and Preston are attractive.
Oh, so Hannah and Preston are still together at this moment. Interesting.
I just got the funniest message.
From Preston, probably.
And of course I do. Yes, of course I do.
Why would you even answer that question?
Imagine I'm like, no, they're ugly.
Preston looks like a freaking... I'm not even going to say it because it would be too rude.
Some questions I get. Will you or Oscar move out eventually? Yes, we will definitely not live together for the rest of our lives.
Obviously. Taint wants to come over.
We're just kind of taking it day by day and figuring out what's best for us and the kids and the dynamic of all of it. And it's a very unique situation. So we're definitely.
So she just opened this thing with the nanny was here, but her and Oscar were still living together at this moment. Where's Oscar?
Definitely just trying to go day by day. What does finding yourself look like?
Here we go.
For you?
Well, funny enough, if you've never sniffed a nutty fart, I encourage you to try it.
Challenging myself and reflecting on my flaws.
It's a lot of reflection.
What's one
good answer.
Thing that you would always like to provide for your children? Stability and a positive environment.
Okay, so both of those you completely already failed on. Stability? You've moved 3 times since the breakup. You have 5 different cars. The nanny's husband is now dad. Okay? Stability? You bring dogs and cats in like you're a boarder. Stability? Stability.
Describe each of your kids in 3 words. Oh, Levi is...
No.
The camera stopped because this video is too long, but I hate how dark it is up here. I wish it all was
okay, emo phase
is down there. But also I'm don't want to keep
tonight will be the night that I will die for you.
dyeing my hair blonde. It's just ruining it, and my hair is just not on my mind right now.
Clearly. Or a brush.
And I wouldn't go darker. Darker does not look good on me. So
that's true.
In my opinion. So no.
Your opinion's correct.
I wouldn't ever go darker. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of all over.
That was garbage. F off. So there we go. Revisiting that was very important. Did we actually cover that video? I don't know. But we're going to revisit the breakup video until she drops her wedding video. Then we're going to do some stuff. It's going to be crazy. Because she's going to drop everybody. That's big dollars for her. Don't watch it, though. Make a stand. Don't watch it. If you have to watch it on a platform that doesn't give her the view. And not even entirely sure YouTube doesn't give her the view. But come on over to my channel. I'm going to cover it. Okay, so come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Snuck with me on Kyra's forehead. Everybody take a deep breath. That was a long video, yo. Holy, how long was that? Woo! But we had to cover it. It's very, very important. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being incredible. Thank you for being valuable. Because you know you are, don't you? You are some kind of something. Somebody has a crush on you. And I will see you when I see you. 'Cause the problem is I love you.